I'm Adrian Brandon. I went to Seattle Academy High School in Seattle, Washington. In high school I played track, soccer, and basketball. And I also did one season of golf my freshman year.
I'm Joe Knight. I went to Roosevelt High School in Seattle, about 10 minutes away from AB's high school. And I played a year of football, a couple years of tennis, and then basketball and track.
I think I started playing from as early as I can remember. I'm assuming I was like 3, 4, 5, I don't really know really, but both my older siblings played basketball ever since they were young, and my dad played in college. So he was a big influence for me and a role model. He coached me all the way up till high school, so he was definitely the main reason why I started to play.
I really got big on it around 7th or 8th grade, but I think I started in 3rd or 4th. I never really liked it that much, but once I kind of grew into my body, I started liking it more. But my dad was the one who always made me at least stick with it and keep playing. And he played a couple of years at Cornell, and he's just always been a big basketball fan, so it's kind of cool having him keep pushing me to play.
Growing up, I used to be a big fan of Kobe. I didn't really know much about his personality, so once I got older I kind of realized that it took a lot away from that. But I've always just loved how much dedication he put into the game, how much practice he put in, off the court. Everyone's talking about how hard of a worker he is. And I thought as a kid that was really inspiring. But now that I'm older, I really like the way Derrick Rose plays. Just seeing a guard who's as explosive as he is and like really attacks the rim is really inspiring, and just kind of ways I want to kind of play my game, trying to get my crossover a little bit like his, even though it's nothing close. But it's just fun seeing him be able to drive both left and right.
But I've always liked Durant, even though I don't really play like him. But if I had to choose someone I played a lot like, probably I'd say kind of Lamar Odom. He's kind of an inside-outside guy, left-handed, decent shooter, but mostly, I don't know, a slasher or a post-up guy. So.
Drew me into playing here in terms of the coaches is they really emphasized life outside of basketball. Like, they weren't just crazy about basketball 24/7. They understood that we're student athletes, like we have other things we have to do. Sometimes basketball has to fall under hanging out with family or doing other important things in our lives. And I feel like all the coaches really understand that, and they do see that it's a big part of our lives. But they understand academics comes first. That's definitely something I was raised on. And also just Coach Cat really emphasizes building men. He really works hard on making sure each of his players are disciplined and just act in controlled manners, and I think that's another really important part to the game.
I really like the coaches here because it's all academics first, or you're a student before you're an athlete, and I've never had a middle school coach, an AAU coach, a high school coach, anything that's even close to Coach Cat when it comes to emphasizing academics first. And so that was really big to me. And then coaching-wise, though, I think Coach Cat really invests in you personally, but he's all about the team, but you can just tell personally Coach Cat and all three of the coaches really care about you as an individual and as a basketball player and just in general.
What really caught my eye at Pitzer was just how many opportunities I saw that it kind of gives the students. A big emphasis over there is studying abroad, and that's something I haven't really traveled much. So that's something that really was exciting to me. I plan on going to Costa Rica next year to study environmental studies, and I'm going to major in sustainability in the built environment. And doubling it with art. And so I really like how Pitzer has just a wide variety of fields. I feel like the students are very diverse in terms of their personality and their academic interests, and it really brings in a really cool and eclectic group of people. So yeah, I feel like the people definitely drew me into the school. A big factor for that.
Yeah, I think Pitzer is really big on you doing whatever it is you really want to do, and they kind of help you do it in the best way possible. And so that really drew me to the school. It's really nice weather, really nice people. So I mean, there was a ton of reasons I decided to come here, but now that I'm here, I'm majoring in economics, and I mean, post-school plans, obviously I've got 3.5 more years, but I'm hoping to do something with either a newspaper or like a broadcasting, something with journalism. I've always been big on writing, stuff like that. I was the editor of my high school's newspaper, and it was a really good experience, so something like that would be pretty interesting.
Yeah, and for post-college, a dream job would be to be a architect, I think, or like a urban landscaper. That'd be really fun.